This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, the insane Daryl Wayne and I are going to take a look at kids primarily and the energy and the excitement that kids have with the author of a brand new book, Let Your Inner Golden Sparkle Shine. And her name is Sarah V., and we welcome her to our show. We will wrap up our show today learning about possibilities, even in the time of this pandemic, with Robert Lancy. We go to the West Coast, just literally down the street from Daryl and me to Pasadena, California, and we visit with Sarah V. Sarah, thank you very much for this wonderful book.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You know, it's just been, you know, you kind of think of the things in your life that you've always wanted to do, and writing a little children's book has been one of my dreams. So, you know, I'm living it.
I'm really curious. Your background is, you're a teacher. You teach meditation. You do Reiki healing. You're an energy healer. How did you become an energy healer in the first place?
Well, it was funny. So that story actually goes back to me being trained by one of the, a very well-known healer, actually in Big Sur, California, and I lived, on his premises for 6 months, and we were, I was learning about energy healing for, 6 months or so every single day. So I was kind of living it, not just reading it or learning it from a textbook. I was actually experiencing it. So it was something that I always wanted to do. So, within 3 years of my inner work, I have created, these many things that I've always wanted to do. And energy healing, it just goes completely in alignment with my mentorship, my embodiment mentorship, and as a coach. Before
you let your inner hippie out and went to the compound, I'm sure you heard that I'm a card.
Yes.
When you before that, what did you do? Did you have, I'll call it a regular job, a regular profession?
Well, it's very interesting because I have embraced my inner hippies, my inner being, and I one thing is I was raised. My mother was a very conservative, strict English woman. And I then, I then raised 4 children who now are all grown. So my job, if you will, was being a mother and raising, the next generation of healthy children, which does not get as much kind of praise as, being an executive in a, an office. So, but I feel like it is the most important job that we can do is create beautiful, healthy children.
Absolutely.
So I wasn't always a hippie.
Okay,
but I am now.
Get it. All right. Well, let me. I've seen your pictures. I don't think you're a hippie, but I think that our backgrounds, kind of make us. Would you say that you had a nice childhood, a good childhood? You just said your mother was strict, or not? Did you have? I had, I had written that little blog for you, and I lived a very happy life. Like, I wasn't abused, physically, but I never lived a life of my own. It was always a life of how my mom wanted me to be. I rode horses from the age of 3 years old and all the way into my 20s. And it was not something that I wanted to do.
And so the answer to your question is I had a beautiful childhood. My physical needs were taken care of, but my emotional needs as a child definitely were not. And, this is something that now is my book, is about, teaching children to believe in themselves so that they can, so they don't start believing in the limitations of, the outside world.
And what about your 4 children? You raised them differently than you were raised?
Yeah, I definitely raised them differently. Like, they're all completely different, and they're all living their own life. And it always reminds me of that I was never able to live my own life. I mean, our parents do the best job that they possibly can from what they learned, but I was kind of the person that kind of cut those cords or those old patterns of wanting our children to do what we think is right for them. I mean, yes, there needs to be guidance and boundaries, but I really believe that each child has their own reason for being, on this path. So all 4 of my children are completely living their own, dreams.
Which is what we as parents all want. One of the best parts of being a parent is holding your first grandchild. You're doing that right now.
I am. Much too many people. I really believe in, and I wrote an article about living your life and also living with COVID. I stick to all the restrictions and limitations that, our government has put on. I wear 3 masks. I, wash my hands, all that. I had 3 negative COVID tests to get here. But I really believe in taking, a calculated risk. And one of those was to come here and meet my new granddaughter. So I'm officially a glammy. So it's granny and glamorous that you combine.
Again, I've seen your pictures, and I would absolutely concur with that. Our guest is Sarah V. She's written a book called "Let Your Inner Golden Sparkle Shine." And during our next segment, we're going to read 1 or 2 pages of the book. This is a kid's book, and I think it's a good book for probably 3 years up, maybe 4 years up. It's to help build self-confidence, and I've loved the book. I really do. It's a great book.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have your children accepted your new life, your life of energy healing and meditation?
After many comments of like, "Mom, this is so weird," because children see their parents as one image, and then when you really start to connect with your inner being, it's difficult sometimes for them to make the shift. But now they're all, they're into it. I don't think they really quite understand it. But yeah, they definitely are encouraging. I have 3 boys and a girl. My daughter, and actually I would say my daughter is more kind of open to it.
We're going to take a time out, and when we come back, we're going to continue this, talking about our kids and, of course, the joy of grandparenthood here on Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. We're talking with Sarah V. The 3 of us return as Late Night Health continues. Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment. If you're listening to Late Night Health right now, you're part of the growing target of baby boomers we're serving. Hi, I'm Daryl Wayne, producer of Late Night Health, inviting you to join the Late Night Health family. If you have any business targeting the growing boomer market, Late Night Health is the ideal advertising vehicle for you. From vitamins to insurance, alternative health to Western-style medicine, Late Night Health caters to the growing population of those over 40 years old. This vibrant demographic has expendable income to fight aging, purchase travel, take care of aging parents, or just have fun. Find out about the advertising opportunities with Late Night Health. Call us at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308, or email us at info@latenighthealth.com. That's info@latenighthealth.com. Join Late Night Health as we empower people to take charge of their own health care. Call now at 805-391-0308. That's 805-391-0308.
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price to see how life-changing this will be for you. Call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit c-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now, or visit c-60.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Join us at latenighthealth.com. That's latenighthealth.com, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Late Night Health Radio. We're also on Twitter, and you can find us on podcasting networks like iHeart, Alexa. If you have an Alexa, we're on that, and iTunes. Wherever good podcasts are found, you can find Late Night Health. Our guest is Sarah V. She's written a book called Let Your Inner Golden Sparkle Shine. Sarah, do most people shine, in your opinion, or are they kind of dull?
I wouldn't call it dull. I would call it kind of a shadow of, that they believe their limitation. So I wouldn't call it dull. I would call it just kind of shadowed by fear, because it's so difficult when we have been, brought up with someone else's pain, meaning the 3 generations that little children actually energetically hold on to into their DNA, that we're actually holding on to somebody else's fear that is kind of passed down from generation to generation. So the quote-unquote dullness is because of lack of self-love, lack of not believing in their true potential. So I wouldn't call it dull. I would just call it like a shadow of fear.
The fear, I think, is one of the biggest problems an individual has. One of the overwhelming forces in the universe is love. And the love between a grandchild and a grandparent is amazing. My grandparents, on my mother's side, I didn't know my dad's parents, was just incredible. Through my teens, my grandfather was always there for me. It was awesome. It was a great experience. Is that something, that love as a force, is that something, Sarah, that you believe in?
Do I believe in love? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Love is everything. And the reason why, that people, human beings, don't believe in themselves is because they really don't love themselves. First, we have to be loving towards ourselves. Then we're able to overflow that love to and love is an energy. And love, we get to overflow our love to our, grandchildren, our children. But when we don't truly, truly love ourselves, we feel that energy in our body, it's very difficult to love other people. And, I'm noticing this incredible love that I have towards this little pure light that is my granddaughter. And I know that she's feeling, she probably won't remember, but I know that she can feel that because I'm feeling this incredible love for myself, for my true being.
Isn't it amazing? We all love our kids, right? But there's something different about having a grandkid. And from a grandfather's standpoint, I used to kid and say that, you could give the kid back and if it had a poopy diaper. But it doesn't bother me, right?
Yeah.
Guys tend to they're just an overwhelming love and aura of everything is right in the world because you're with this very special being.
Yeah. Well, I think part of it's kind of easier to love your grandchildren because it's kind of like a second time around. When we're first parents, we all have no idea what to do except for the mirror that we experienced from our own parents. So I think that it's just a bit easier because we've grown and we know how to do that. And now now I watch my son and his partner loving their child, and it's like, wow, I get to I don't have to do anything. I can just kind of make funny faces and raspberries to my little granddaughter, and she responds. I don't have to do anything, and then I can go back to my hotel.
Of course, and that which is terrific. And watching your son repeat some of the things that you've done to him.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's just a great sense of accomplishment, right?
It is. And I think as a parent, the reward, because being a stay-at-home mom, which I was, I had kind of little creative businesses along the way, but I was a mother. That was my role, my identity. And, we never really see the beauty in parenting until our children get older. We don't see anything. All we see is driving them back and forth to school or getting their homework done, and we just don't see the reward. But now it's like, oh my gosh, all the work that I did. Raising 4 children, and they're very close together, so it was almost like having 4 of the same children together. But now I'm like, oh my God, look at they're really believing in themselves, and they're manifesting their own dreams. Like, I didn't tell them to do what they should do. I always kid to them that I'm a retired parent, but I will always be your mother. I don't want to tell you what to do. It's old enough. You're old enough to do it on your own.
Did you ever say anything to your kids like, I told you so?
I kind of say it to myself. I don't say it out loud to them because I don't want them, well, some of the things like, my youngest is a race car driver. He just started that. And
oh my.
Yeah, my coach is like, I got to really eat more food and I need to drink more water, more coconut water. And I'm like, Lori, didn't I tell you that a long time ago that you should do that? Oh, yeah. But, when it comes from mom, it has no value whatsoever.
Right.
So, yeah.
But your granddaughter, when she's older, she'll remember that coming from you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Our guest is Sarah V. She's written a book called Let Your Inner Golden Sparkle Shine. The book is written as a kid's book, but this is really a guide for parents and grandparents, isn't it?
It actually really is, because I call them no matter what women and men who are my clients. I just notice what is not healed within themselves, and my platform is heal ourselves so that we can heal our children in the next generation. Because I don't know how you can do that. If you're trying to teach somebody something, you need to have it. Not 100% clear, but you need to heal yourself so that you can heal your children. And I think that this is what happens is, we're trying to teach something that we haven't healed, within ourselves. So yes, the language is towards children, but it's actually teaching adults like, oh my gosh, maybe I need to heal myself a little bit more so that I can help my child find their own inner golden sparkle.
Well, we're going to find out about getting your golden sparkle as well as Late Night Health continues. We're going to spend some more time with Sarah V, and this time we're going to read some of the book as Late Night Health continues. Join us at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com. The Insane Daryl Wayne and I return as we move forward.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.